Hey, it's Rob from Wheelworks Bike Shop in Dublin. We have an unboxing today of a Madone. I've no idea what's in here. I walked in, Larissa says there's a Madone there, you need to do a video. So it'll be as much of a surprise for me as it is for you. It is an SLR 6, the 105 Di2 model. Madone being the aero bike. Oh, that's nice, that's the first one of them we've had. Yeah, okay, so I sold this one a couple of months ago. This one was a little bit delayed coming in. That's really nice. Okay. The 105 Di2 bike has been really popular. The new Shimano 105 is, I think they were quite clever doing it in black because it looks quite like Dura Ace. It looks very classy. We should let you see the colour, shouldn't we? There's certain people who only watch the first 30 or 40 seconds of the video, see the colour and then head off. I know Aisling does that anyway. So it's a full fade. It's a satin finish. And it's silver to a dark grey. I can't remember the colour codes or the names. Getting back in the box. Something very satisfying about taking off the tape in one big strip. The wheel set is Bontrager Aeolus Pro 51s, 51mm deep, full carbon wheel set. The Bontrager wheels come with a 2-year free crash replacement policy, so if you crash your wheels in the first 2 years, Bontrager will repair or replace them, or will repair or replace them free of charge, and Bontrager sort us out. That's actually a very useful policy and very easy to do as well. You really just walk into the shop and hand us a wheel. We check your proof of purchase, although in most cases we'll know who you are if you've bought the bike off us, and we hand you a new wheel. It's all very straightforward. Excuse me for a second, I'm just going to put this rubbish in as I'm doing it. You can see really high production values on this video. Windy stuff is blowing away on me today. One of the most common questions I get asked when we're selling any of the road bikes really is whether a customer should go with the SRAM or Shimano, unless they have their own particular preference. But a lot of people are coming in, they're moving up to electronic shifting for the first time. Now that we've seen it become more affordable with, not that an SLR level bike is affordable, but with the SL level bikes, we're seeing electronic shifting coming to a price where more and more people are moving into it. So the question of which one do I recommend, there's a couple of things that make me lean one way or the other. So the first one is, I would have been quite slow to use power, but in the last 2 years, when I first started riding SRAM equipped bikes, which pretty much all come with power meters now, I've gotten quite used to it, and I don't train very seriously. But I've really liked the feedback you get from a power meter, the instant feedback, the information whether you're improving or not. This time of the year, coming out of a winter's training on a slightly heavier bike and getting onto the light bikes, and you see the power numbers, and you see things improving from a metrics point of view is pretty cool. So I'm becoming more and more sold on the power meter thing, even if it's not something that you're going to use for very serious training. And in that instance, I would lean towards the SRAM equipped bikes, because the Shimano 105 doesn't come with it, and it's quite an expensive upgrade on Ultegra. When you're getting to a SRAM Red or a Dura Ace level bike, the price is reasonably comparable, so there's not that much difference in it. But on the entry or mid-range groups, the power is a better value option on the SRAM bikes. However, the new Shimano group sets, all three of them have this really cool hood shape, and it sort of kicks in a little bit. You can't see it that well the way it's set up, but the levers tilt in slightly, and they're a really nice shape. And to be picking a group set based on the aesthetics maybe doesn't make that much sense, but the way it feels, the comfort when you're riding it, the SRAM hoods are bigger, and they're not shaped quite as well. They're maybe a little bit more dated looking. So I think from an aesthetics point of view, I really like the Shimano ones. From a power meter point of view, I like SRAM. Braking and shifting, one is as good as the other. There's very little difference in the performance of either group set, so I wouldn't have a huge preference either way. So I suppose it would come down to whether the aesthetics of the Shimano is important to you, whether having a power meter is important to you, and either of those would almost be a deciding factor for me. And because I like the aesthetics of this and I like the power meter, I'm sort of stuck. But anyway, that's sort of my take on the difference between the Shimano and the SRAM. There's very little performance difference. One works just as well as the other. It comes down really to aesthetics and power meter difference. I think slight value difference on them. So we'll get this into the workshop. I think it's due for collection at the weekend. We'll get it into the workshop today. We'll get it built. We'll get some more photographs. Get it finished. Get a seat post into it. That's really nice. We got a brushed logo on it. Really nice feel to the paint, the satin finish on it, and the full fade. And we have a signature. I think it's Kay Richmond. Kay follows us on Instagram and sees our bikes every so often. So hey Kay. So that's it. If you like the videos and you like the content, hit follow or subscribe or like or stick a comment in, tell us what you think of it.